joining us now. Great to welcome back a man and a group of men who will be coming to Sarasota at Van Waysel coming up on Thursday, January 14th with their great Catskills on Broadway show coming back to Van Waysel after a few years away. Actually, it's the 25th anniversary celebration of the show, which has featured some of the great comedians. It'll be Freddie Roman, Dick Capri, and Sal Richards, and we're joined today by the creator of the show, Freddie Roman, on the telephone. Freddie, good to talk to you. How you been?
And you as well. I've been fine, thank you, and we're so looking forward. We had such a good time last time that we're delighted to be coming back next week. And it's an amazing thing, this show, to be doing it in our 25th year. It was an idea that I had. I finally got it to Broadway, and it was a huge hit. And we've been doing versions of it ever since.
And I think last time we talked, I mentioned I saw you and a bunch of comedians, the Westbury Music Fair, which I think kind of gave you the idea to do this. It was a roast.
That's exactly correct. That's where we did it the first time. Sold out Westbury, and my friend who produced the show, Kenny Greenblatt, he heard about it and said, "Let's go to Broadway," and he did it. He brought it there, and they did very well with it, and I did. Everybody else did as well. So it's been a lot of fun.
I know you're going to have a lot of folks that live here in Sarasota that are from the New York area. They're going to be happy to see the show. I'm sure a lot of them made their way up to the Catskills at one time or another.
Without a doubt. And to those that have only heard about the Catskills and never really got there, I know these people in today's world, especially in our demographics above the 40 age range, what this kind of comedy is. It's clean, it's wholesome, and funny without being dirty.
Yeah, I grew up in Long Island and made my way up to that part of the world a couple of times, not as much as I would have liked, but I know my parents talked about it, and you talk about the great comedians, what a great training ground. I know you started up there, and Sid Caesar, Mel Brooks, a lot of the great guys, Buddy Hackett, Jack Carter, right? That really was a great training ground up there.
Alan King, yeah, it was a huge, there were two resorts that you could work at. When you started, you worked at the little ones. When you got to the bigger ones, you really had to learn your craft, and it was terrific. You could work 6 different places in 1 week. The 10 weeks of the summer, it was fabulous.
And you had to come up with different shows because a lot of the same people would be there, right? So it forced you to kind of come up with material.
Year after year. You had to come up with material, that's true. And they were a great audience, appreciative audience, and they've grown up with me, and I've grown up with them. So that's why I love it. So many of our fans from up are down here now, and they come to see us on the East and West Coast.
Yeah, you've been touring it around the country over the last several years as well. I know Florida's a great place. I know you've been out to California and other cities, but I guess there's no place like when you had it on Broadway. That was quite a run you had on the Great White Way.
Yeah, it was 10 months on Broadway, which was a huge run, and then we took it on the road for another 18 months, starting 10 weeks in Florida, and it sold out everywhere we went, and the business. We can't do 8 shows a week anymore. We're too old for that. But we do a couple a week, and it's fun.
Yeah, this will be on Thursday, the 14th of January, 8 o'clock show. I didn't mention the time before over at Van Waysel, and the other two comedians with it, great Dick Capri and Sal Richards joining the show. I know in the past, Margie Lawrence had done it with you.
Right, and Mal's retired now. And Sal has been with us many times over the years, so it's not like he's a stranger. He's a perfect blend. He works great with us, and he's another product of the Catskills. And, people always thought the Catskills, it was basically a Jewish resort area, but a lot of non-Jewish comedians were there. The Capri, Sal Richards, and they're universal. They work for all audiences. The audiences love them.
Yeah, you mentioned before, I mean, nothing wrong with, the occasional risque joke, but the comedy you guys do is clean but funny. That's the bottom line.
Oh, yeah, very much so. And we'll slide into a little risque also, but just for fun.
Yeah, I know, not to get into a long discussion about it, but, comedy today, every other word you don't want to hear anymore. I mean, there's a place for that, but there's a place for the clean comedy. I think that it's good that you guys are still doing
without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Talk a little bit about the format of the show for people who haven't seen it. I know you show a little movie clip, at least when I saw it a few years ago, kind of remembrances of the Catskills, and then you come on, right?
Right, and then I come on and I do the first 35 minutes, and then I bring Dick Capri on, and then Sal Richards, and the show runs about 105 minutes, and these people are going to walk out of there saying, Boy, I hope they come back soon.
Well, I know the folks down here, they loved it last time and looking forward to seeing it again on the 14th. And I know, Freddie, you're still involved with the Friars Club, too, aren't you?
I retired as the dean or president after 21 years and had a wonderful run with it. And because I spent 5 months a year down here, I couldn't be involved like I used to be, but I still am. And as a matter of fact, they called me today about a couple of issues, and Larry King is the dean now.
Right.
And the club's just doing great. Just doing great.
I think I mentioned last time we talked, my uncle was Tom Dillon. He was with the Lambs Club for such a long time. I think you knew him quite well.
And Tom was a dear friend.
Yeah. So I know what that's like when you're dealing with these fraternity clubs. A lot of work.
A lot. And Tom Dillon was a darling. I did a couple of the Lambs gambles, as they call their evenings for him, and we were friends for a long time.
Yeah, great memories I had going to that club over the years. But Freddie, it's great to catch up with you, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the 14th at Van Wezel, 8 o'clock show, the Catskills on Broadway, 25th anniversary celebration, and we'll see you next week. But have a great show, and don't make it another 9 years in between.
I hope not, and I thank you.
Great. Thanks, Freddie.
I'm delighted.
Appreciate it. We'll see you at the show.